Hello there, welcome to Tom's Tech Show. Today we're dealing with AWS and KeyPairs. Hey there, welcome to Tom's Tech Show. Today we're covering something you have to do in AWS when you launch an instance to get the password. So you need a key pair. So the password is encrypted on the box. You need a key pair to send the key to it so you can get the password decrypted so that you can remote into the box and log in and be able to have access to the EC2 instance. Okay, so here on the screen I have a set of code that we worked on before on another script. This base code just gets us connected to AWS because we need to be connected, logged into AWS, and you do that with an access key, the secret key, and set your region. Okay, so now we have that set. Now I want to create, we're going to do the next thing, which is create a key name. So I'm just going to do something simple and call this cloud key. AWS is in the cloud, so we're just going to give it cloud key. So now I want to put this, have a path to where to save the file that we're going to download from AWS. So key path, we're going to put that in just our basic script directory. This I have using XAMPP to run my database and everything, so that's going to be the folder I'm going to put it in, htdocs, and then I put everything under a scripts directory, and we're going to call this cloudkey.pem. Okay, so now we have a key name and a key path. Okay, so now let's create a key. So we do key pair. I'm going to call this key pair, and the command is new EC2 key pair. Makes perfect sense, and then we're going to give it our value, our variable key name, so that this key name is what is going to show up in AWS. So if you go look at your AWS keys that you have, this key name is going to be what you're going to see in AWS. Okay, now that's only one side of it. So that creates the key in AWS, but I need to get my half, this PEM file that allows us to decode the key when we need that. So we're going to do, we need the key material. We need that base material. So I'm going to get that key material, and I'm going to pipe that to my key path. Okay, so we needed to add a few things in here. The out file needs to know how that file is going to come over, and it's going to be encoded. It's just going to be an ASCII file, so that we're just getting text. It's just going to be text, and we're going to drop it into that key path. So now in that file will be a block of about 10 lines of just character text. So that's all we need. That's our key path. That's our key that we're going to use to decrypt the key. Now we can do a few things here, but I mean the next thing that you would do would be to create a new instance, which is going to be a lot of commands. So EC2 instance, and give it an image ID, which is going to, and then we would need the min max account. But when we go to do this, we put in key name key name. So now we have there will be a lot more commands after the new EC2 instance. There's actually a whole set of commands, but we're dealing with just the key right now. So this will not actually create an instance, but we just want to go over the steps to create and get the password using the key. So if you have this EC2 instance and it starts up, you get it running, the next thing would be to get the password. Okay, so now we do the command get EC2 password data. So, and we need to tell it the instance ID, and that's going to be a long string, an I dash something long string, and then it's going to be dash PEM file key path. Okay, so we've saved our, we came down and we made a key. We called it cloud key. We came down and we made a key path. Where am I going to store my local data? Then we created the key pair. Then we took that key pair and we pulled the material out that we need to save locally so that we can match that key with the server. We do a bunch of stuff to create a new EC2 instance, which is actually more like 10 rows of commands, but we need to include in that command key name. And then once the EC2 instance is up and running, then we do the get EC2 password data against the instance ID and give it that PEM file, which is in our key path. Then, once that's done, then the variable pass will have our administrator password to the server. And typically I take that and I store it back into my database that's with all of my instance listings. Then I can give that to, then if a user logs into the management for AWS that we have created, they don't need to go to AWS to get the password. They can just go locally and get that and launch and remote into an instance. That's all for this video. There'll be more videos on AWS and PowerShell and managing things in AWS. Also, there's a lot of VMware stuff coming up using PowerShell to control VMware. I also do TV videos, movie videos, photography videos, just kind of rambling videos. So if you like any of that stuff, go ahead and give my channel a subscribe. And if you have any questions, just put them down below. And thanks for watching.